Bliss Loves. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can see me okay. Rissa Vibes here, aka Readings by Rissa. So excited to connect with you as always. Today is a brand new weekly reading. We are going to be covering July 12th to July 19th. This is going to be a really exciting reading as always because we have a lot to cover. I am in actually Illinois today, but very close to Indiana still, and visiting family and just really having some pretty epic experiences out here. So hello from the Midwest, and go ahead and comment and let me know how all of you are feeling, where you're joining from. Let me know that you're here. Let me know you can hear me as well and that you can see me. I hope that this is not, oh, there we go. I'm trying to make sure it's not crooked. There we go. All right, everyone. So like I said, Rissa Vibes here, aka Readings by Rissa. So excited to connect with you as always. Today we're going to get into a full weekly read of all the spirit messages I've received from Spirit, and also we'll talk about the astrology messages as well, things going on in the stars, and then we'll pull some cards at the end also just to cover, you know, the energy in a full way. Yeah, Minnesota. Nice, Hilaire. Leslie's here from Tequesta. So good to see you guys. Love you guys. Hey, Linda. Good to see you as well from Seattle. Gaten's here. 120 degrees, Gaten. Wow. Are you in Phoenix? Are you in Arizona or maybe Nevada? Let me know where you're joining from. That sounds hot. It's actually really nice out here in Illinois. It's about, I would say, maybe like 75 or 78, like right around there. Perfect weather. It's like windy, it's beautiful. And let me know that you all can hear me okay. It seems like you can, so if you can't, just let me know. But let's first go into a little bit of a review of last week's cards so that we can get a full idea of the energy that we're jumping off from before we jump into the new week. So last week we had the Guardian Angel card come up in the beginning of the week, letting us know that we're really getting into this energy of connection with our spiritual allies, our spiritual guides, our divine guides in the spirit world, our guardian angels, the ones that are helping protect us and also helping us stay strong in our power and helping us really command that need for guidance whenever we need it and be able to call on that guidance whenever we need it. So we had that for the beginning of the week last week. Then we had the Enchantment card, really encouraging us to tap into our magic. So even using that guardian angel card to ask our guardian angels how to activate more of our magic, and then we were able to do more of that in the middle of this last week. And then the end of the week finished up with the Serenity and the Divine Guidance card, another guidance card from the Divine. So just to sum up the week, we started with that, you know, guardian angel divine connection, and then we ended with the Divine Guidance card at the end of the week. So that really was just powerful to see that connection staying so strong the entire week. So now we're still in that energy of Serenity and Divine Guidance right now, as we are ending this last week and moving into this new week of July 12th to July 19th. And we are in, you know, we're really deep into the month of July now, which is great because we, of course, finished June last month with this energy of love from the annual card reading that I pulled in the beginning of the year. And then the July card was past life, present power. So we're bringing up these past life energies and bringing them into our power presently. And so we're going to see these things happening throughout this reading this week, throughout the rest of the month, and also through this energy of asking our guides, asking our angels to help us activate those past life powers and bring them into the present. We're also doing that work as well. So I encourage you to do that throughout the entire month, to create that connection to your divine guides. Ask for what you feel like you need. Ask for power if you want to receive that, and really allow yourself to receive it. Really open up to receiving it. That can be through meditation or breath work, or just being completely willing and able to receive that whenever it comes through. So let's get into the spirit messages of this week. This is going to be so exciting. These are the messages I received from downloads, meditations, readings I did this week. Just these themes that I was seeing in the energy of the Mass Collective that is going to be important for us to know moving forward into this week of July 12th to the 19th. So first I want to talk about accepting change. That was the biggest message that I got this morning when I tapped in, was that there's this energy that we all are being called to accept change right now in various forms. Some people are having to recognize their stubbornness to certain things that they've held, as traditions in their life, or, holding on to their own ways, these aspects of that. But we're also really learning how to find ways to honor our truth, but also accept things differently, and know how to harmonize with change. And so that's really where that accepting change is coming from, and what we really want to focus on this week as we continue to meet opportunities to accept change, to lean into change, and to harmonize with change based on what's true to us. Really following our intuition, following our heart, and making sure that we're honoring what is true and what we want, what our desires are, what's true for us, and what we may need in our life. And then when we honor that, we also have to honor, okay, well, what needs to change? What can I do to change to make those changes happen in my life? Or what do other people need to help create change with me on, so that we can all harmonize in that way? So accepting change is huge, and I think a lot of people are going to be feeling these opportunities to meet change with a different energy. So you may feel a little bit of a struggle in this, only because it's going to be uncomfortable for some of you who really like things the way they are, and you don't like to change things, or you don't accept change easily. This may be a struggle, but it's going to be for the better, because it's going to provide patience, and it's going to provide this ability to also nurture yourself as you adapt to something new, meaning getting to know yourself and having the patience to get to know what is resistant to the changes that you're making within yourself, and how to move through that in a patient and graceful way. And also being patient with others, because as things change and other people change, and as you accept those changes, it's going to require patience on both sides. Patience for the way those people are changing, and patience for the way in which you're standing in your changes as well. So accepting change is huge. Let that be a big indicator of your growth every time that you start to accept change a little bit easier this week. And also patience. So make sure that you're paying attention to the ways you've been patient, and the ways that you're currently being patient, and you're encouraging yourself to stay patient, because this change that you're experiencing in your life, in yourself, and in your environment, and in the world, is going to be a long change. It's going to have many phases. It's going to have many levels to it. This is not something that's just going to change right away and be over with. These are changes that are going to evolve and take some time. So we really want to be patient with that and learn how to accept that. And then we also want to teach by example. There's a really big energy in the spiritual realm right now, and in the mass consciousness, where we're all stepping into our teacher ability, our leadership ability, yes, but also our teachership, because our teachership is very connected to our mind, our wisdom, our higher mind and higher wisdom. And it's connected to that 2020 vision that we talked about with the stallion at the beginning of the year happening, with that Capricorn, Saturn, and Pluto conjunction, and all of that energy. And we started to activate this wisdom. And now that we've really integrated a lot of that wisdom, at least somewhat to the degree where we're 50%, over 50% into the year now, we've really gotten the gist of what that feels like to have that wisdom, and we're starting to do things with it. And so part of that is teaching by example, just embodying what you're trying to teach and letting that be how you spread that message. Because some people right now are not able to learn in the same ways that they were able to learn before, where they can study, or they can take on a lot of information, or they can even sit with certain energies. But if you can teach by example and show them the way of change, or show them the way of patience, or show them the way of this message, whatever it is that you're trying to convey, then you're actually going to get a lot more across that way, and it's going to be in a more graceful way, and people are going to receive it more. So pay attention to how you can teach by example this week, and lean into that as well. And also notice how other people in your life are teaching you by leading examples, and becoming embodying the thing that you want to embody, or showing you what it looks like to activate a certain boundary, or a certain skill, or a certain gift. Okay, so this is a really big one. And with that, this whole week, we're going to be experiencing tons of shifts. The shifting of vibrations is very intense right now, internally and externally. Okay, and this goes back into change, and this is really going to be our theme for this week. and also some themes of alchemy as well, because there is, with these changes and with the shifting of vibrations, the frequencies internally and externally, we're literally going to be able to transmute with those vibrations, meaning change them into something that is more serving us, and also deflect certain energies that aren't serving us. We're going to be able to shift or pull in energies that are good for us and exchange energies that are really harmonious. And so these shifting of vibrations internally and externally is huge for us, and it's also a big part of our alchemy and our activation. So notice the changes in your life in frequency and in vibration. If you're sitting outside and you feel a shift of vibration, notice that, sink into it, breathe into it a little bit more. Ask your guides to tell you a little bit about what that vibration is or why it shifted. Maybe you'll get a message that way. Notice the changes within yourself, how you're approaching certain struggles, or how you're approaching certain challenges, and how it's different, or how you're approaching different people, and interactions. Maybe you're approaching it with a different mood or a higher vibration. Notice that and really lean into it, and use those pieces of wisdom as your ways to navigate the flow of energy. Use your intuition to navigate the flow of energy. And that is your intuition when you notice things, when you become more aware of a change or a vibration shift. That's your intuition showing you that flow. Where is the energy flowing, or where is the energy not flowing? And how can you adapt to that frequency or shift it or alchemize it into something different? So that is going to be something that is really powerful. I talk about alchemy and manifestation and frequency and vibration in my coaching program. So if this is something that really gets you interested and really is something you want to learn more of and actually start applying in your life and really embodying, then definitely reach out to me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com. I'll do a free consultation call with you to talk about the coaching program options, to help you find what program option is best for you, and to also give you a little idea of what coaching is like. But that can really be something right now, especially in 2020, that can change your life drastically just by learning this alchemy and this intuition and being able to notice vibrations and shifting them. Because when you get that down, nothing in the world can ever deter you from what you're aligned to, or what you're manifesting, or what you're trying to attune to, or what you are attuning to, because you are literally in that vibration, and you're in that knowledge vantage point to be able to use that to your benefit. So there is energy in all things, and that's where manifestation comes from as well, is just this understanding of how the energy is existent in everything, and how it shifts, and how you can translate that and transfer that appropriately for whatever you're manifesting. So these are really powerful messages for this week, which just tells you that we are in a very pivotal point of the year. We're also in a very pivotal point in energy. The next message is self-healing and self-love, because when we're talking about, shifting vibration, teaching by example, accepting change, having patience, all these things, we also recognize that the self-healing journey and the self-love journey encompasses a lot of that as well. And we are doing that also in our work of activating and changing right now. And so if you feel like there's some more self-healing work that you need to do, or self-love work that you need to do, maybe you're just not all the way confident as you would like to be, or you're not all the way feeling as independent and strong and empowered as you'd like to feel, then make sure that you're doing that self-healing work. Really finding acceptance of all forms in yourself, really finding this shadow work awareness to love the parts of you that you don't love, to honor the parts of you that still need healed, to honor the parts of you that still need that boost of love and energy and care, and let that be your journey. Because right now, as you self-heal and self-love, because the energy is so strong for transmutation and alchemy, if you really put your energy into that self-love and self-healing work right now, maybe you've pushed it off, maybe you've taken too long to do it, you feel like you're behind, or you feel like, man, I should have done this years ago. No, this is the divine time. This is the perfect time because the energy right now is so potent for that healing and so potent for that self-love activation that when you put even an ounce of that energy into practice, you're going to truly feel the benefits, and it's going to be very, very potent and very powerful. And it's probably going to be a lot quicker as well because the energy is so hype and amped right now. Now, I also got the message that a lot of the self-healing is also not deflecting that healing onto others, or that the energies of your wounded self onto others. This includes like controlling others, or judging others, or just hyper critical of others and not accepting others, because that is if you're in that vibration, if you're doing a lot of that controlling and non-acceptance and judgmental aspects towards others, then that means that you're really doing that within, and you haven't done the self-love healing or the self-love work, and you're now projecting that energy onto others because you won't do that work. So notice if you're judgmental, notice if you're controlling or pressuring other people to do things that they clearly don't want to do, or that just isn't who they are. Notice if you're judging people for who they are and not accepting them in their full form, because those are key indicators that you have some self-healing and self-love work to do. And I encourage you to do that this week, because this is a potent week for that. All right, let's talk a little bit about past life and present power. This is where we're connecting with our past lives, and we're going to have a lot of memories, lucid dreams, visions, activations, flashbacks, weird synchronicities that show us that our past lives are getting our attention right now, presently. So connect with your past lives in whatever way you feel called to. I give past life readings, so if that's something that you want to do, if you don't feel like you can tap in yourself, then I can help you tap in. I always encourage people to try themselves, because it's amazing what you will pick up just by asking your guides and asking to connect, because your inner being is naturally ready to answer you and your intuition is already there. So I always encourage that. But if you feel like you need a little help, or you want a little validation, or you want to go a little deeper with it, definitely reach out to me for a past life reading. You can reach out to me at readingsbyrissa@gmail.com to do that. But this is really this time to ask questions from our past lives and of our past life selves, to get answers about our true self, our mission, our divine essence, and to open up to the answers that we've maybe been trying to run from, or we've maybe distracted ourselves from, or just somehow missed. And these answers to these questions are crucial for our development and our growth. So definitely open up to the answers of past life awareness, and ask the questions that you feel like you need to ask, so that you can get information, because this information is really key to your wisdom and to your activations of change this week as well. And of course, it was the July card, so we have to also honor that, right? Love it. How is everybody doing? Yes, Gayton says Vibe Tribe is ready. Yeah, Gayton, you're in Mojave Valley. Yeah, that's probably so crazy hot out there. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Glad you guys can hear me. Great. Yes. Past life readings with Rissa are incredible. Thanks, Leslie. Yeah, you had a really good one for sure. Oh, good day, all connected, soul sister. Yes, and Bobby Bell's here too. Peace. Good to see you. All right, you guys, so as we're going through these messages, are you feeling the activations? Are you feeling the memories? Are you allowing yourself to start opening up to some of those divine messages within that are helping you to reactivate those memories of your past lives? You can do that now. Just in breathing as I talk about this stuff, you will receive some kind of inclination or some kind of energy, okay? It's really, really beautiful. So as we go through this journey of this week, and as we go through the spiritual journey of our life, we want to honor it all, every phase, every aspect, every little degree of discomfort, or every little inclination of change that feels different or feels weird or feels just awkward in any way. We want to honor it all, okay? We want to honor it all, because the journey is really what we're here for. And as we honor the journey, as we really allow ourselves to lean into the journey and honor it, we actually start to see even more magic in the journey. We actually start to appreciate the journey even more. It's when we're so scatterbrained and focused on the future or the past or what we need to do here or there for others, when we're like that, we actually miss out on so much of the magic of life because we're not present and we're not honoring like what we're doing and what is actually happening in those little interactions or tasks that we're doing throughout the day. You know, are you taking time to just look at the sun and breathe and feel those sun rays? Are you taking the time to be grateful for the beautiful flowers, you know, that are around you when you walk by? Or are you taking the time to just feel into your heart and notice, oh wow, my heart is feeling a little bit nostalgic in this moment, or my heart is feeling a little bit you know, peaceful in this moment. If you're not taking that time to do that, you're not seeing the magic in that, and you're also not noticing those times when your heart maybe feels a little stressed or a little bit confused or a little bit disconnected, and then you're not allowing yourself to have that information so you can align back. So this is super, super important as well. So honor every part of the journey, be present in the journey, breathe into the journey, and also throughout your journey, things really do change and transform, you know, that energy of change again showing up. And it's important to notice what you no longer are resistant to. This is a big one. If you know me and you've been watching my readings for a while, or even just, you know, somebody that's watched a lot of my Instagram content, then you know that last year I reconnected with my dad after not connecting with him for 26 years. And the whole way I connected with him, the whole way that came to be was that I was meditating. And I was meditating and I just instantly felt this truth within me. And the truth said that I no longer had resistance. I had no resistance to calling my dad anymore. I no longer had anything in me that was holding me back, or was fearful or judgmental or angry or nervous. There was no resistance in my body to calling him. And when I had that realization, I called him. And it was important that I noticed that there was no resistance in that moment, because if I didn't notice that, I might not have called him, and I might not be out here today. I might not even have this experience I'm having right here visiting my family. So it's a big deal to notice what you no longer have resistance in, and to honor that. Honor it, you know, in an action, or in an appreciation, or in a just present moment focus of, wow, there's no more resistance to that thing. Maybe that resistance was resistance to love in your life, or resistance to that promotion at work, or resistance to seeing yourself in a place of love and beauty or abundance. Or maybe that resistance that you had was the resistance to forgive someone, right? Or to reconnect with something. If you don't have that resistance anymore, pay attention to that, honor that, and follow through with it, because it could bring you something magical that you could not even fathom right now until you actually experience it. And you don't want to miss out on that, trust me. So follow that energy. And then of course, you know, it's so perfect. A segue of that is follow your fire through the fire, because Kali, if you saw my YouTube channel, I posted a Kali channel from Goddess Kali Ma, and Kali is a force, okay? She is a force, and she's known as a destroying energy, but she's actually very much a transmuting energy, and she's very much a destroyer for the purpose of rebuilding something better and transmuting what needs to be cleared out and wiped out. So she talks a lot about that in the channel as I channeled her. And so you can definitely go watch that, because I think you'll get a lot out of it. It's a really, really powerful channel. And Kali just has this way of grounding you in the chaos to let you know it's okay. And that's a big part of what her message was to follow your fire being your passion, your energy, your force, your soul force, the thing that lights you up and keeps you going. Follow that fire through the fire of experience, through the chaos of experience, through the heat of uncomfortable situations, through the changes that don't always feel comfortable at first, or the things that are challenging. Those fiery energies outside of you, you really can transmute it by following your fire, following your passion, following your drive, and just keeping on that energy despite any external fire, okay? So definitely check out that Kali channel. It's on this YouTube channel if you're interested in it. If this is sounding resonant to you, definitely go listen to the full channel. Meditate while you listen to it. You'll get some really powerful energy activations with that just by doing that. So really, really great time for her to come through. She also talks about the Kali Yuga that we're in right now as we ascend out of that and move into the golden age. And so there's so much to tap into with that channel as well. All right, everybody's doing well. Good to see all of you. Okay, so I'm almost done with these spirit messages and then we'll wrap up with astrology. The next spirit message is, oh, this is so beautiful. Things living up divinely according to our true mirror. When we are aligned to our true self, our true mirror within ourself, our true essence, and we can look at ourselves fully, look at ourselves in our inner mirror and say, you know what, this is who I am, even if this part is not pretty, even if this part's a little messy, even if this part's a little bit, it still needs work, there's also all of these other amazing things about me. And I can see all of that at once and feel that alignment to my true mirror within. And when that happens, everything in your life starts lining up so divinely. You start seeing all the synchronicities. This is what I call the portal experience. This has happened to me several times in my life. I'm in one right now. Like, there's just this ability to feel a really strong shift of energy based on your alignment with yourself, where everything starts to line up accordingly as well. Manifestations, signs and synchronicities, interesting coincidences that aren't coincidences. I got this Mary Magdalene deck of cards while I was out here, and it's so synchronistic. I can't wait to pull from this for our weekly reading as well. But there's just this energy of you get gifts from the universe when you follow the signs. And right now, this week especially, and over the last several months, just since the Stallion, in January, we've been activating more of those portals. We've been activating more of our ability to connect to those synchronicities and that divine energy within us. And we've been doing the work to tap into our true mirror. So then the external energy is lining up accordingly as well. So this is really beautiful. And as a result of it, our powers are being activated. I'm seeing this in so much of my soul tribe, in myself, and in so many other people that aren't even that spiritual, but I can see their powers activating. They are starting to become more creative. They're becoming more expressive with their creative energy. They're becoming more wise. There's this energy of stepping into your divine gifts and talents, your soul purpose. I see people doing this all the time. My clients especially are doing this. So beautiful to watch them grow, my coaching clients in particular. And it's just beautiful to see that happen in people's life. And right now, our powers are being activated, and they're powers of creative energy and expression. And I titled this video Alchemy and the Scribe, because we already talked about the alchemy and how we're changing and transforming and how we're really getting into this ability to transmute energy and make something appear out of nowhere and just follow that energy, that rabbit hole of energy. And the scribe aspect is this creative essence. It's this wisdom essence that's also coming in with this energy this week. It's this ability to share and teach, share knowledge, show up in that teachership role like we talked about, and also write from your heart, write from your mission, write from your passion, write from your fire. Literally writing, writing out what you want, writing your manifestations out. I encourage all of you to do this. This works. I'm telling you it works. Abraham Hicks talks about it. I've done it. It works. Write down what you want. And don't hold anything back. Like, write it down like you're just writing every detail and just like gushing over every detail. Like, write it down and then just meditate on that. Read it back, meditate on it regularly every day for a couple weeks, maybe a little longer, whenever you feel like, and just watch what happens. And follow the signs and synchronicities. Find the lining up energy that's lining up in you and follow that energy. And just watch what happens. It's amazing. It's miraculous, literally. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the astrology now, the astrology messages, so that we can get to the cards. I'm super excited to pull some cards for this week as well. Let me know how all of you are doing right now with all this energy, these messages, as we get into astrology. So first I want to start with the astrology by saying Mercury retrograde ended today. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So, cheers for the Mercury retrograde ending. I know a lot of you are probably like, whew, relieved with that. But also I love Mercury retrograde. I'm a Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. I'm usually pretty chill in the retrograde, other than technology can mess with me a little bit, but usually it's been fine. And the retrograde, you learn a lot, so reflect, because we just ended that Mercury retrograde, and because we're still in a Venus, or no, we're not in Venus retrograde anymore, but we're still in a Saturn retrograde right now. So we're learning wisdom, responsibility, maturity. I think we're also still in Jupiter retrograde as well. So really just letting yourself reflect on this Mercury retrograde that ended, and notice how the wisdom from your expression and your creativity and your conversations and your ability to express yourself in any way, just notice how you've become more wise in that, what you've learned from this last couple of weeks in Mercury retrograde, and honor that. All right, the next astrological influence that's important to talk about is on Tuesday. Tuesday is July 14th. And if you can already kind of break down the numbers here, we have a 777 code, July being the 7th month, 14 being, the double of 7. So really showing us these 3 sevens here in this code. And the 14 itself is also the number of the scribe, the 14. So this is also bringing in that creative energy again, that wisdom, that writing out what you want and seeing it manifest. And the 7 brings forth this heavenly spiritual activation to that, a serene activation to that too, like this peacefulness, which makes sense because we just came out of a serenity card for the weekend, and we're feeling this serenity matched with our ability to manifest through words and through creation on Tuesday in a very heavenly and spiritual way. We're going to receive a lot of spiritual activations this day as well. The sun is opposite Jupiter, and this really activates a lot of light and joy. The sun is light, Jupiter is expansiveness and joy and abundance. So the light is literally shining on those energies and amplifying them. So we're going to feel expansive action, we're going to feel expansive opportunity, we're going to feel expansive gratitude and love and spiritual connection. And then Mars conjuncts Chiron that day on 7/14, which is also going to give us this level of bravery in our action, so that we really can take those big expansive actions and start to take big leaps in our life in certain ways. And anything that we've been needing courage on or bravery on is also, this is going to be a great day to activate that and use that bravery and courage. It's also important to tame the ego that day. Don't let your ego get in the way. Don't be too assertive or aggressive. Make sure you keep that in balance if you're already somebody that's kind of headstrong in that way. But overall, the 777 code on Tuesday, July 14th, is going to be a really powerful energy. There's like these crazy bugs out here, but I love them. They're super fun, but they also freak me out a little bit. So if you hear me hooting, that's why. All right, so with that being said, let's go to the next day, which is 7/15, which is Wednesday, July 15th. And that day is the Alchemist Day. It is a number of alchemy, the 15 being the number of alchemy. So we're literally going from the number of the Scribe on the 14th with that 777 code activation to the number of the Alchemist on 7/15. And this is going to give us infinite resources to continue manifesting with what we're creating with that Scribe energy and those spiritual activations we're feeling. And this infinite resource that we're going to receive from 7/15 is going to help with any kind of manifestation we want, and it's also going to help us in a powerful rebirth. And the reason why I say rebirth is because, and I know some of you are probably like, oh my gosh, Rissa, again with the rebirth, like we're having another rebirth. Yes, because this literally is what we're going to do all year. Because of that stellium in the beginning of the year, the Capricorn, Saturn, Pluto, all conjunct in Capricorn. It's going to be a really big energy throughout the whole year. Remember, that hadn't happened in 500 years since the dancing plague, in France that we talked about as well, which was really kind of crazy because now we have this coronavirus thing, right? So this seems to be an astrological influence that's happening to our world every time this energy comes back around. But I digress, because right now we're really tapping into the infinite resources and the supply of energy from this day on Wednesday, 7:15. And the sun is opposite Pluto that day, which is the first time that the sun has been opposite Pluto since that stellium in January, which goes to show you, like I just said, this rebirth energy coming back. That's why it's coming back. It's going to keep happening with Pluto. Pluto's going to keep influencing us all year. And as it does, we're going to continue oscillating in that birth, death, rebirth, and resurrection. Okay, so now we're going to have another kind of rebirthing on the 15th of July. Sun is opposite Pluto. Pluto represents rebirth and wisdom and completion. And then the sun is lighting that up. So we're really feeling this energy continue from the stellium as another milestone. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the mass collective or in the world we see something happening with the coronavirus that kind of shakes us or changes something, or something happening in the world in another big epic way that kind of shakes us or changes something on this upcoming week because of this energy. So we'll see what happens. Ultimately, it's a powerful rebirth. It's important to surrender to the flow in every way. That's where that accepting change and adapting to change is really important. And this is another level of rebirth. This is another level of transformation. This is epic, and this is going to really allow us to tap into our galactic consciousness, which I think is so cool, because my pen fell. Because my guides are really telling me so much about the cosmos lately, and we've been doing these starseed meditations. I didn't do one yesterday because my brother had his graduation party, but these starseed meditations that we've been doing in the Starseed Social Facebook group, so definitely go request that group. If you haven't liked my page, Readings by Rissa, on Facebook already, go like Readings by Rissa on Facebook, and then request to join the Starseed Social group, because we do meditations every Saturday, connecting to our cosmic selves, connecting to our starseed abilities and our gifts. And this week, as we move into Wednesday, we're going to feel more of our galactic consciousness across the board activate. So meditate on Wednesday and see if you can tap into your cosmic self. Maybe even use some of the meditations on the Facebook group, because those are up forever. Once you join the group, you can watch those anytime on replay. So you can go back and watch one that maybe calls to you on Wednesday and see if you can activate some of that galactic consciousness as well, because it's going to be a really powerful day for that. All right, loves, so those are my astrological influences and my spirit messages. So now we can go ahead and tap into the cards for this week. I'm so excited. I'm going to start with these powerful Magdalene Oracle cards that I just got for myself. They're so amazing. And the artwork is beautiful. So this is such a strong energy, and the divine feminine energy, if you've been paying attention to the readings the last few weeks, has been really strong. We saw it a lot in June, a lot of 13 code activations, which is the code of the divine feminine. Lots of energy in that way. And we're just seeing even more presence from our divine feminine guides, like Goddess Kali Ma, like Mary Magdalene here, like Isis. And so I really love these cards bringing in that divine feminine. All right, so we've got the beginning of the week card right there. I'm also going to pull from the Starseed, or Angels of Atlantis. I call them my Starseed deck, but they're not really a Starseed deck. They're a very cosmic deck, though. Angels of Atlantis deck. And then this will be for the middle of the week. Beautiful. And then we'll do the Healing with the Angels deck from Doreen Virtue for the end of the week to sum it all up. And then we have a new moon next Monday, so I'm super excited to talk about that. We'll tap into that next week. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cool. I just pulled this card a second ago too from the Mary Magdalene deck, and I didn't know it was for this reading, but now I get it, because I just pulled it and I didn't know why, and then now I get it. So the beginning of the week card, can you guys see that? It's the God card. Look at that card. It's so beautiful. So this card is really accessing our God energy. We talked about the guardian angels last week and the divine guidance energy of the end of this week. And now we're moving into God energy for the beginning of this week, meaning that we are indeed rebirthing, activating, stepping into some powerful, powerful spiritual transformations, and that God, the energy of God, source, God, that energy is present with us. It's on our side, and it's going to shake some stuff up this week. It's going to really light some things up. It's going to really show some stuff that needs to be shown, probably a lot of disclosure, maybe some stuff about all the darkness that I've been talking about, that I've been seeing in the world surfacing, the pedophilia rings, the manipulation of certain organizations, the energy of duality and controversy and corruption and lies and manipulation starting to surface. And I feel like with this card, God is about to show up in a big way and light some stuff up, bring a lot of things to the surface, and clear out a lot of darkness. I feel like that is going to be what we're going to feel this week for sure. Middle of the week card, security. I love this card. This is a throat chakra card, so going back to the scribe energy and creative expression and this connectedness to this cosmos and to the heavens, human connecting to, God-like energy, and through communication, through asking for that guidance, through asking for what we want, through manifestation, by writing things down, and by being secure in what we ask for, and finding security in that belief of that manifestation coming real, knowing that we can feel secure and trusting that God is on our side and is going to help us manifest and listen to what we ask for and connect with us and have a relationship with us in that way. So really building that relationship with Source this week is huge, and having a security in that relationship. And then you guys, we just had this card last week in a different form, the Enchantment card. And this is for the end of the week. So again, another magical week. We're just continuing this magic throughout the entire month, it seems. And this energy of enchantment, we're activating those powers like we talked about. Our superpowers are activating. Our God essence is activating. Our connection to God and our connection to divine guidance and our connection to our spirit team and our angels is activating. And we're learning how to transform energy by noticing when that energy shifts and speaking on it, acting on it, and being the alchemist of our life. So I'm super excited about this. These are great cards. God energy in the beginning of the week, security in the middle of the week, and enchantment at the end of the week. So I know this is going to be a powerful, powerful rebirthing week, activating week, magical week. So with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I am so excited I got to connect with you today. Please watch this reading as many times as you feel you need to really get all of the energy from it. Meditate on it if you need to. Play back certain messages to hear them again. Take notes if you need to. Send it to a friend. Watch with a friend. Watch with a family member. Because the more you feel this energy and hear this energy, the more you activate it within yourself as well. And this is some pretty powerful energy to be activating this week. So you don't want to miss any of it. I love you so much. It was so good to see all of you. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll be seeing you again next week on Sunday at 1:11 p.m. Central Time for another weekly reading. I am just reading through these messages of all of you. Love you, light sis. Thank you, Bobby Bell. Love your light too. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Linda, middle of the week card. Can't wait. Yes. Oh, wow, Linda. Yeah, 7/15 is your birthday. Happy birthday, Linda. What a powerful day. The day of the alchemist. A spiritual alchemist too with that 7. So that's a really powerful day and a powerful energy to be born on that day. Good to see you, Hedwig. Anita had her first brain MRI, and since she ended MS treatment 18 months ago. Yes, I'm praying for you absolutely, Anita, so much for no new lesions and all hopefully healed. I believe in that miracle for you, absolutely. And this is such a beautiful, beautiful day for you to alchemize that spiritual energy and that health and to really just feel that. So I believe in that miracle for you. I'm praying for that for you. We're manifesting that for you. We're sending all the light for that for you. So thank you for sharing that, Anita, because we absolutely are holding you in that space. Oh my gosh, Hedwig, you're reading a book about Mary Magdalene. So am I. Are you reading the Mary Magdalene manuscript? Because that's what I'm reading, and it's amazing. If you are, then you are on the right track. And definitely, if any of you are hearing this and curious, go read that book, because there's some magic to be activated from that for sure. Hedwig, and about Anna, grandmother of Jesus by Claire Song. Oh, beautiful. Claire Hart Song. Beautiful. All right, loves, I just wanted to, oh yeah, Hedwig, finally the cabal will be exposed even more. Yes, for sure. There's definitely light shining on that. We're going to see a lot of things coming to the surface with all of that darkness, so we can clear it out. Thank goodness God is on our side, and he's going to take care of that. He, she, source is going to do that for us and help us, guide us to helping that transformation and that transmutation as well. Oh, Linda got tears. Yes, so powerful. Oh, wow, Linda. Yeah, you're reading that now, too. It is a great book. Bobby Bell. It's called The Magdalene Manuscript. The Magdalene Manuscript. It's a really powerful book. So definitely check it out. Yeah, I would recommend it for men and women alike. It talks about Mary Magdalene's true story and her connection to divine love with Jesus. Yeshua is such a powerful energy. All right, loves, it was so good to chat with you. I just wanted to, comb through your comments and just read back and just connect a little deeper with all of you. It was so good to connect. I miss all of you. And I will see you again next week so that we just continue keeping these readings going. Make sure to reach out to me if you want a reading as well. You can email me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com. You can also message me on Instagram at readingsbyrissa, and follow me on Instagram because I post all the time different spiritual things. And then also, you guys, I have a new event coming up as well. It's the virtual Starseed Gathering. I'm going to be hosting that on July 30th through the 9th house in Tucson Crystal Shop. So I'm super excited about that. I'll have an event link up for you soon in the description of this video as soon as I upload it and get that event link going. And then, so probably about like tomorrow, check back tomorrow in the description of this video and you'll probably see a link there for the sign up. And it's going to be really fun. So definitely check that out. Is there any other announcements that I have? No, I don't think so. All right, I love all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll see you next Sunday, 1:11 p.m. Central Time, right here on my channel. Peace.